The classic tale of Snow White. Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. The queen, who was jealous of Snow White's beauty, ordered a huntsman to take her into the forest and kill her. But the huntsman, taking pity on Snow White, told her to run away and never come back. He killed a deer and brought its heart back to the queen, telling her that Snow White had been killed. The queen, believing that Snow White was dead, began to feel guilty and decided to take a bite of the apple that the wicked fairy gave her. Meanwhile, Snow White ran into the forest where she came across a small cottage belonging to 7 dwarfs. Doc Sleepy, Happy Bashful, Sneezy Dopey, and Grumpy. They welcomed Snow White and took care of her until the queen's magic mirror told her that Snow White was still alive. The queen disguised herself as an old hag and offered Snow White a poisoned apple. Snow White took a bite of the apple and fell into a deep sleep. Just then, a handsome prince arrived and fell in love with Snow White's beauty. He kissed her on the lips, breaking the curse and awakening her from her sleep. The two of them fell deeply in love and got married, with the dwarfs attending the wedding. And so Snow White lived happily ever after with her prince, surrounded by the love and friendship of the dwarves. But that's not all. There are many variations of Snow White's story out there, each with its own unique twists and turns. Some versions have different endings or introduce new characters, but one thing remains constant. Snow White's eternal beauty and kind heart have captivated readers' hearts for centuries. Would you like to know more about the history of Snow White or explore different adaptations of the story?